anything you can take away from this week going into next week?
Well, what we didn't really translate to the field. We had good practices, and we have had good practices, and I think that, they worked really hard, and then we go out there and try to make too much happen. We never loosened up. We had 43 or 40-some plays the first half when we scored 10 points, and we never really got in a rhythm on offense, and then, defense, same thing happened. I thought we went out and they're a real mature team. I thought Portland State deserves a lot of credit. They got a bunch of seniors, and I think those guys hung together, and when they faced adversity, they just waited it out, worked their way through it, and we never really did that. We got impatient, tried to make too much happen rather than kind of let the game come to us, and it's a shame because we're a lot better team than that. I mean, we haven't had a practice that was worse than that game, so we just have to duplicate it and be better.
Were there any adjustments that their offense made in the second half that really caused problems for your defense?
Not really. Not that I think we, I mean, it was nothing tricky. The biggest thing is we weren't doing a very good job tackling the quarterback, and so they ran him more. We got him more involved, ran him more, and did some stuff off of that. We didn't tackle very good. We'd have people in the wrong places and things like that.
Were there any adjustments you would have liked Luke to make in terms of how he attacked their defense?
Not really, other than the fact that I thought that he was pretty slow and deliberate. I thought what he did was slow, deliberate. I thought he needed to react quicker and just see the field better. But it's kind of like way too much trying to make the perfect play. And, the biggest. So that's a long way of saying I wish you would have set it down.
Is there anything you change in practice this week to make sure that those good practices do translate against Rutgers?
We have to keep doing it. We have to keep working at it and be able to do it in all settings, because we're practicing hard and we're focused people, and we just have to understand that it never gets easy, but also if you make too much out of it, you're not going to help yourself.
Mark, is it frustrating when you see your team practice 30 good times and then play a game like this and you kind of walk off the field shaking your head wondering what happened?
Well, there's no question about it, and I think that, the biggest thing Portland State did is they had plenty of adversity. Heck, we didn't let them have the ball hardly at all the first half. We didn't come away with anything, but they just waited it out, just patient, kept playing, waited it out. And so, we have to kind of grow up and have that level of maturity ourselves.
Your offensive line didn't give up a sack today, gave Luke a lot of time back there in the pocket. Is that something you can look towards and say, hey, we can build off this, we got to improve in the other areas? The O-line did their job?
No, I don't agree with that. I thought we were spotty there. I thought that they pass protected reasonably well. I thought we got penalties that should be avoided, and I thought there's a period of time where we didn't run block as well as we could have, and had some miscommunications. And I think they're just out there with our hair on fire more than executing.
Mike, the emphasis on the run in that first drive, how much of that was a consequence of the weather?
None. They were just giving it to us.
Peyton came in with about as high pressure a situation as you could draw up, and without a lot of time to prepare, could you evaluate how he reacted?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought he forced a couple, but it is what it is. I didn't think it was spectacular, but I think the situation was very difficult, and he did what he could with it.
Mike, this is a game you have to win, no excuses. Do you worry about your job security after a loss like this to an FCS opponent?
I don't, because all they have out of me is my best, So I do the best I can every day, and that's all they got. There's nothing else to give beyond that.
Is there any update on this ball?
100% healthy, just like virtually all of our players.
You moved the ball early on, but struggled in the red zone. What was the cause for that?
I think we tried to make too much happen. I think as a group we went up there and tried to dissect it and be perfect, and we just need to run basic plays, just do routine plays, just do your job. There's a lot of little sidebar discussion, well, I thought this, well, I thought that, well, if he went there, then I'd get him here, I'm just trying to be too perfect, It was, too much individual over-analysis, and, we just gotta get them relaxed so that doesn't happen.
Would you say that the over-analysis was part of the drop balls and the fumbles as well?
Yeah, probably. We had some guys that hadn't played, freshmen basically, and they did great in practice and they played like freshmen, some of them. So.
Gerard alluded to some miscommunications on offense. Were there times when you called something and that's not what you saw get run?
Well, it's more like there were times that it didn't get communicated all the way around. We'd call something and somebody wouldn't be on the same page, whether they're distracted, not looking, or whether, Luke didn't communicate to the front or, that type of thing. So it's more like incomplete communication.
Mike, I know you don't like to talk about injuries, but Luke's fall was so scary on the head and everything, and it was great to see him walk off the field, but could you at least say whether or not he's going to the hospital just for a preliminary examination, just to make sure everything's okay?
Next question.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
All right.
Thank you.